Mhm. Not chewing seems kind of bad, Yoland. Is that a good portion of the digestion?
Yeah, kind of.
Rub.
I get that. I had parents like that too.
Oh, you're not. It's not everything. It's just you were just talking about grapes. Okay, I was like, do you chew? Wait, do you chew anything, Yoland? Like,
Yeah, it's probably just grapes.
okay, I was like,
You swallow peas whole?
peas are about the same as grapes.
Are they?
Yeah. They're even smaller.
It's
All right, where's my Yoland? Deploy.
I guess huh.
I'm I'm baffled full that you're shocked by peas and not grapes.
Look, I can understand grapes being fucking awful.
I like grapes.
It's really awful when a streamer goes live and their notification is just gifted you a tier 3 subscription
No,
to
what?
their movie. That got me hook, line, and sinker today.
That's fucked up.
It was Baka Tsunami.
Oh my god. That's definitely
Of
something
course
they
it
would do.
was.
So they weren't even live because it was their going live notification, right? They weren't showing up in the left list. And I was like, what the fuck is happening in their offline chat? Why are tier 3 subs going out?
And fell for the clickbait. Imagine being bamboozled like that, you.
It's never happened to you. Never mind. You don't watch streams. It's literally never going to happen to you.
Or clicking live notifications? Perish the thought.
So, I'm at Camp Overlook, because that's where we ended last night. They've got this fucking weird-ass treehouse thing going on.
Why are the parasols not any cheaper on Fairy?
Parasols?
He's been collecting umbrellas.
Oh. Well, now that every ship is connected, won't markets like kind of even out?
They should.
Mm. No, because you can't sell stuff on other data centers.
They should still even out because you can buy stuff on other data centers.
That's what I would expect as well.
Like, nobody's going to buy the $1 million umbrellas when they can go to a server where they're selling for 500,000.
There might even be websites that collate like every single server.
Mm-hmm.
The only market that I've seen is like purely input driven.
Market board aggregator.
I really like the devolution of the 6 crystals of light.
What do you mean?
You've got the nice light blue one, and then you've got your purple one that's for the most part the right shape but gets a little twisty. Then your yellow gets stumpy. Then you've got the high school S. Then just a rupee. And then just it's a heart, sorta. But like going from light blue to red, they were just having more and more trouble maintaining that original shape.
Oh yeah, this website just has, like, across, all the different servers of, like, prices for stuff. I wouldn't know how to use this website because I don't use the markets, but,
Which one is it?
I just searched FFXIV market and came up with universalis.app.
Oh, yeah, that's the player input one.
I mean, it's still, like, works.
Sometimes.
Well, what do you mean sometimes? It works as much as it should.
Sometimes the data for items hasn't been updated for months. And it shows there's items in there.
I mean, is it for an item that matters? Because it'll be updated for the items that people want the most. Am I wrong? What do you mean? I'm not wrong here.
Probably. I don't know where the hell you get these parasols in the first place.
I would doubt that this is.
Google them.
This isn't. I don't think this is manual input full.
Holy shit. So remember I was talking about 7TV?
Yeah.
They've just tweeted out, introducing the migration tool. Looking to have all emotes in one place? This tool will move them for you. To make sure you have the space for this, we've bumped all users to 300 slots, and all Twitch partners to 600. Happy emoting.
God damn. I still haven't downloaded it yet.
Same.
I have the extension, but I don't really need it as a streamer.
I'll look at it later. Alright, let's see. Okay, so
Where
what
were we?
happened?
Oh, right. Coke for the furnace.
So Gabu summoned Titan. And now we're like, is he must be enthralled now, right? And now he's been like completely silent since we got back. And we're kind of talking about what we were kind of talking about what we should do with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alpha now. There is not to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one that may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloedens of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind to break it to him? Ah, you're a sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled? It is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, Primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like a cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. What is this, the third time we've taken down Titan?
Yes.
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp.
He's literally just
He hasn't
outside
been
of
feeling
camp and
too
like,
well
who goes
pleased,
there?
to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray, forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I travel far and wide with two companions, Justinian and Lisa, who are very what?
You know what they were.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
The warrior of light shakes their fist in the sky. I have a name, damn it. It's a little amusing.
You know why it happens, but yeah.
Yeah. Hello? That one's orange. Is this one like Tang flavored?
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
I don't know what Tang tastes like.
Well, that's easy for him to say!
What do you mean?
It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation.
Wait.
Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not
Go
unto
on.
the
He's talking like
Assyrians
Urianger.
alone. With thine own
Wha-
hand strike
what?
down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do
What an
this,
interesting
and thou
theory.
wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too-delicate balance of this realm, plunging her
He doesn't look like him
straightways
though.
into
I guess
chaos.
because he's always wearing that mask.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Tang is great. Had a I think I got it. I had it a bunch at like youth
Very
group.
well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
Has anybody
It shall be done.
have you guys had tasted Tang?
I've had that. I was fucking around when the monkey
What good a
commercials
creed
existed.
one cannot uphold. What hurts soothed. What lives saved. Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness.
I haven't watched the end of Evangelion. I haven't watched
Full deeply
Evangelion.
though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast,
Gellion?
so too shall I.
Look at DMs real quick, Core.
Yeah. I know who this is. I told you my guess.
I missed your guess. I'm just saying compare the face Sawyer.
Yeah, there. I was thinking about that. Cause
It's the same person.
I was like, Ariane is like, his eyes covered in a hood, and this guy's got just his mouth and nose covered.
And he basically, the Warrior of Darkness, was like, I think you're still siding with your old friends.
Yeah,
And then
that's
he's
what tipped
like-
me off. I was like, wait a minute, this guy's talking like Ariane.
And then later in the conversation, he was like, oh,
Moonbreeder.
Minfilia, what have I done?
And
Moonbreeder is like, okay. Yeah. Some people, like, may have guessed it at that point. But, like, that's the cutscene where it's like, alright, fill them all in.
What? But like, how many times? Wait, how many times have we seen him in that outfit?
Twice before this?
Okay.
Maybe once. We saw him at the Garuda place.
Yeah.
I don't remember if there was another time.
It's like, because he didn't really say that much. He just kind of like looked at us, right?
He kind of just hung behind, and you were like, what the fuck was that? And Alfie was like, fuck you want, bro? And then he teleported away.
Was it? But this moment, speaking of Thancred and Yashtala via link pro. And some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which were once born Ishgardian seals, so it seemed that someone in the capital was very busy indeed. I was surprised you didn't realize it. How am I supposed to realize it the first time?
What do you think of my house up here?
He didn't even
Buying it.
he didn't even say anything. He was just kind of standing there. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? In the meantime, check with the other tribes.
Wait, before you go. Look up in this tree.
Wait,
What is this fucking door?
how do you...
It's just this fucking weird ass treehouse. I think how they get in is this ladder here.
It's a perilous
Well-
looking ladder.
But like when you look up under it, I think there's like a trap door there. But also the ladder doesn't fucking fully go up to it. It's just like, what is this thing?
Stop telling me my mount can't go any higher.
And like, why would they live in this? Well, there's a fucking giant castle over there.
What even is that over there?
So that is probably the ruins of one of the past civilizations.
Hmm.
The world is full of like just the ruins and
That's
rubble
Nim.
of old civilizations that have like risen up and then been destroyed by a calamity.
That's the ruins over there are Nim.
Tell us about Nim.
Uh, Nim
Isn't
is
that a movie?
no. Nim is a great mage civilization that primarily consisted of like black mage types and void creature magic. They're partly at fault for creating the void arc, and they're also the people who had their entire race turned into Tonberries.
Oh. Core, I'm turning off XMP right now. Was it because of the repeating tweet? IDK, who needs to hear this? But if you're gaming on a PC, please go into your BIOS and make sure XMP is enabled.
I don't even know where that would be.
Wait, you don't have XMP enabled full?
I don't know if I do.
If you don't, you probably don't. Let's ask Fradel about it later or something.
Okay.
Brother, Commander Blitten, something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it, beneath the anguish and despair. He's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given the chance until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will the Maelstrom command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I am. You should never have been made to, and I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much, your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, I will say, thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time he'll recover. Those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, there will be a reckoning. It's only a murder of crows if there is probable cause. I love it. Oh, you know what I noticed that's cute about their outfits, Zealand?
What?
Alphino has like little red little red thing, like ornaments on near his collar, and Alice has a little blue one.
Hmm.
Have you noticed their hair ribbons?
Yeah, they're red and blue.
Okay.
Well,
This is the second time you've brought it up, full.
No, it can't be.
You did last
yes,
night.
you definitely have.
What?
It's also painfully obvious. It's like, oh, yep, that's how you tell them apart sometimes.
There's no way I'd pointed it out last night.
You should get a clip bias.
That sounds like a hard clip
Oh,
to
that
find.
would be pretty hard, huh?
You'd have to watch the whole thing again.
I mean, you could
I mean, the
just
whole thing's
look
only
for
like 2 hours.
you look
so-
for Alice. Oh wait, Alice was near the beginning, wasn't she?
You know what? You're right, actually. You would just look for the part where Alize gets her clothes.
Yeah. Clip full saying, look at their hair ribbons. Imagine looking so similar to your sister that you have to be color coded so people can tell you apart. I've heard glad tidings from Okomoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I would like to think so, yes, though we failed to prevent the Lord of Cracks from manifesting. We did succeed a week ago. I believe our effort to dispatch him for the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Let's speak of another matter, one of which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. Garen Oracles. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture. One of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times they have succeeded, then 10 of 3. Only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Menphilius spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined? Frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul sundereth to her call. To flow into the endless sea, they are to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of flesh and the subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate yet may be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner the warriors of darkness describe, it would give way unto a void where none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth into the source may be born anew, saved. Such at least is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then gods. No one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of the certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you would believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, unless thou wondered at their motive. I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Rhalgr. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamican liberation. It may also interest you to know that their Guardians suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Line Royal's network of spies. Surely you jest, yet it is not surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being such desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, even assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. Who is that again?
Who?
The secret, the spy network?
The spy network under Elaine something.
Yeah.
The Shadows? Or are you meaning Eileen?
Aline.
Elaine.
Oh, that's the guy with the eye patch and blonde hair that was part of the Crystal Braves, but he was the first to discover, hey, something weird's going on. And when he tells you to go check out the rookie, you find out that the rookie's been murdered.
Oh, he's one of the Crystal Brave traders.
He's one of the people who joined. No,
No?
not traitor. He's one of the few, the 6 people of the Crystal Braves that joined up the Crystal Braves because of what it stood for, not because they were gonna cause a coup.
Completely wrong.
Oh.
So, apparently, Eileen Royal was the, I don't remember what her ties to Ishgard were, but she was a flame marshal that Raoban had us, sniff out. He basically called us to, the side and was like, hey, we think there's a spy, work on it. That or, Ilbert, I think his name is, helped us sniff her out. But, I'll put her picture in...
Wait,
the
Full! What you said was completely wrong!
I just ran into the guy!
She's a girl!
Oh. That is not how I was thinking that was spelled.
What did you think we were saying?
Eileen was a foreign mercenary originally hailing from the Holy See of Ishgard. Okay. That's her connection there.
What is the name of the guy that I know then?
I also want to find that. Because I don't think you just made up all this on the spot. I think you're just getting names mixed up.
Are you talking about Ilbert?
No, he doesn't have an eye patch.
Eye patch? Alright, we're moving on. She was the one who put the poison in the drink? Wait, what? Which drink?
No, the handmaid was the one that put the poison in the drink.
My brain, Yoland?
This is why you gotta do it all at once and not over years.
No, everyone's saying something different though, Euland.
Oh. His real forest was who I thought it was.
Well, this is one of the guys that we recruited.
I think he's actually like a super good guy too. Like I think he's on our side.
Real Forest, yes. That's who I thought. Yeah, you were talking about. Like, that's the guy who like learned espionage from Thancred. And is kind of like a side character Thancred.
Mm-hmm.
I like that I could just
Say something
search up-
completely different?
No, I like that I could just search up blonde-haired eye patch guy from the Crystal Braves and get him immediately.
Huh. Tenno.
Ugh. So many of these umbrellas are painful to get.
Oh, is Alice say like, how did Urianger know before Thancred told anybody? Like, what is his source? Probably? I don't know. She looks suspicious. Or she was
Well, we
being
know she's suspicious of Urianger.
Yeah. What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we've sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he was our stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and he spent as much time at the Livier's as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall the day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter, although later though, little Alamigo awaits. I don't remember this Ivy lady.
What lady?
Ivy? The spy person.
Oh, Eileen?
Yeah.
We just did like some espionage stuff with Ilberd to like find out who the spy was, and Raoban was like, "We don't have a spy," and then we're like, "Here's proof you have a spy," and he was like, "God damn it!"
Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Holly, if anything should happen, it is me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters, since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, suggest we... what information from Tyler in his absence? So to review, we are reliably informed that the members of the Alamegan resistance are operating here are taken or disputed several large shipments of crystals. Our task is being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here who could be wholly unaware of the resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be to finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It seems sensible to divide our forces. Hey, Chaos.
You know what's great about Final Fantasy?
What?
I think there's more people into taking cool screenshots of their character than there are like actual raiders.
I mean,
Like, there's a new Halloween event that started today, right?
uh-huh.
And you can just see so many people just posing in G pose
I
around
mean,
like the scenery and stuff.
it wouldn't be surprising because what? Taking cool pictures of your character has a much lower barrier to entry than raiding.
I don't know. I hear it can be just as cutthroat.
cut through.
Composers are more dedicated to this game than raiders.
They gotta get that fashion.
They will spend 600 hours a week grinding and learning a raid just to get the chest piece for faction.
Let me guess. Come join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. Well, he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart. He's also inspired more than a few Oldens to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. I see you there, going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked by death by the Empire. And they'd send a bloody legion if they know he was there. Your guess is as good as mine. Is this guy that... Did we try to find this guy last time we were here as well? The Griffin? Or whatever?
I think I've heard people talking about him.
Resistance? Damned if I know. It's not if I'd be used to... We'd set store by all these tales of secret weapons good up to you, but I'm too old for massive bedtime stories. So all in time I got used to it. Suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance. The Masks. Despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure they don't summon a primals. Basically what he said. I guess it wasn't the Griffin this last time we were here, but we're searching for someone last time too, I'm pretty sure. The Griffin Nyanova, Enos must have become a leading faction with the Resistance. Though there's a suspicion at first given a secretive voice, he quickly proved himself a charismatic, capable lead commander. Men are drawn to his passionate vision. I truly believe he has what it takes to lead him to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man who he's accomplished, but I've not forgotten Wilfred. Wilred? I was blind to the dangers of his ambitions, and you're not. Oh wait, maybe I'm right. Griffin will soon deliver his speech to our people at the Second Temple of Karn. Go and see him for your own eyes, weigh his words with your own heart. Ad break? Oh, I don't have the thing where it does the sleeping thing when I'm not focused.
Hmm.
Pause, Joe.
It's not working. Whatever. I'll look at it later. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, we're back.
I was tuning into the Raft Boys run while we were in intermission.
The Raft Boys.
GD, Tyson, Addie, Senril, Jack, Ina.
That's too many people.
I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. I had talked to Senril about a raft run, and he was like, maybe later. But it looks like GD and them seduced him. And I'm like, oh man.
Well, has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. That's a lot of people.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight.
You know, it'd be funny here, Yoland.
What?
If he's like saying like, oh, the Eorzean Alliance would do anything. And it'd be funny if we were like, we raised our hand and was like, what about the Scions? So the Scions do something? Be like, what? You know, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know, they took him out last time, right? He's like, he's just like, it'd be funny to see how he responds to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like kind of cover your face, be like, the Warrior of Light who?
They have imprisoned us.
The Scions are a weird group because, like, only recently have people learned about them.
But no more. Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you. For we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more!
That guy's just
A power
smiling.
befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Hmm?
What are you two doing here?
They're just here.
I could ask you the same thing.
Oh, that is kind of where we saw them in the cutscenes, huh?
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
I'd be fuming
If you
at these
see
two.
what I see, if you feel as I
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
Because they haven't, like, shown themselves to us.
They haven't shown themselves. I don't even know if they let Urianger know.
That would be everyone now, right? Accounted for, at least?
No. We're missing the Goral.
The Goro?
Minfilia.
No. Accounted for, not... Because we've seen everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We know where everyone is who's at the Red Banquet at this point.
Hmm. Man, imagine if they, like, stretched that out across, like, expansions you want.
That's an
Haha,
interesting
yeah.
theory.
What an interesting theory.
What do you... It's not a theory! No, not you, Suri!
Oh, I just got told that my outfit was gorgeous.
Hey Siri, in 15 hours say what an interesting theory.
The fuck? Also, people in the resistance helped them get out. We learned of the science exoneration that Lolorito severed all ties with the Crystal Braves. The General Ralbon has been reinstated. We resolved to make contact. Having long since discarded our link pearls as precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gathered from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the Master happy to let the refugees spread word within the community, they are pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffins mistrust the science of the Dawn? Curious. It is well known that we're no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry joins cause would welcome our support. Ah. I should say that the man you saw is not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator. A talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if you were responsible for the majority of his public appearances. Eh? As you may have gathered, the Griffin is extremely cautious and a distrusting man who made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. What? It's not if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. That's completely different. Anyway, when we heard that Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take a interest in the Griffin? They're gonna summon another primal. Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin... Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today is not the first to make a reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The mass have made many such claims as of late. I confess I assumed that to be mere bluster. In context of the shipments you spoke, it is not impossible they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is assuming you'll have us? I kinda want a peanut butter jelly sandwich right now. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. While he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the master's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without suitable incentive. Okay, so he's not just like just impersonating. He's impersonating the Griffin for the Griffin, I guess?
Yeah, he's a body double.
My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take arms for a noble cause. Well, are people not going to recognize us? Yeah, and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount your tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With your enthusiastic assurances ringing in his ears, you will decide to welcome you in person and will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the shroud until we have him cornered at least. Wait! It's the whale!
Huh?
You'll need to look for it. Should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Telebot, and have a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? All seems simple enough, thank you. And with that, Holly, let us be off. It's probably just a cloud. You want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. I don't want no part of it. Drops a sack of gill on the ground. Well, you're the ones with the gill. And seeing as you're friends with Papa Lima. There. Tunic and slops for the both of you. Tailored and treated to your tastes. Now off with you, before someone sees us together. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change, and you see at the spot Papa Lima marked on our maps. It'd be really funny if we put on this, like, go through the trouble of putting on this tunic and everything. And then there, we go in there, and they're like, wait, you're the Warrior of Light, aren't you?
What an interesting theory.
Oh, and slops? Oh, those are...
Yeah, you need to actually equip them.
Well, I didn't realize slops were the legs. Is that something that you've heard before, Yolanda?
I want to say yes.
Why are you like this? Oh, I thought your shadow was like over Alphino.
I was gonna be like, huh? And then as you were walking up to it, I was like, holy shit, I'm a god!
But if it was just the tree. You finish your idea? Idea? Hello?
Media.
The thing is, I'm always eager to say it.
It's still pretty funny though.
It is.
Well, look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, that should suffice. Now we play the waiting game.
You know what my favorite version of that meme is?
What?
Anytime there's an article talking about like how someone in their 20s bought a house, and everybody's like, oh, say the
My
line,
thanks,
and
comrades.
somewhere in like how they did it, they say they got like a loan from their parents.
Oh! Fucking gross.
You must
So,
be the
dude.
esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much.
Oh shit.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgard
Why are we
have since
playing our
detained,
hand like
lest you wonder.
immediately?
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal.
Huh?
We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
Wait, that's the same. That's basically the same thing.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad?
No, it's
when
totally
people find
different.
out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
Huh.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the warrior of
Oh!
light?
He found us out.
Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
Wait, who's that?
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none. Courage and strength when
That was like a
all
level
was
20
lost.
quest in
We shall not
Realm Reborn.
squander your gift.
Was it just some random quest that was going on?
I know that look,
It was a
Ida,
quest
and I do not
in,
like it.
Quarry
I
Mill?
can't
The Black
seriously
Trap.
be contemplating taking up arms with that band
Yeah,
of
Quarry
cutthroats.
Mill. Where they're like, hey, some Alamegans have been stirring up trouble. You go find them, and they're like, our friend needs medicine, and nobody will fucking talk to us. And so you help them get the medicine and basically keep them
If
out
the
of trouble.
Griffin and his men have their way, it is
They're
only
like,
a matter
"Dude,
of
we would've
time
been
before the
fucking
situation in Alamigo comes to a head.
Fucked without you. Thanks.
Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face. And besides, it's not as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together. We must find and secure those crystals. No time for turning back. I don't know what to do with my fucking inventory.
I like how you say, I don't know what to do with my fucking inventory, and then I just start hearing glass breaking under me.
What? If we take the Griffin's double at his word, like in the crystals are now somewhere within the Sahara. Where do you put we must praise and say what we learned. I will join you both in Little Amiga after I've changed. I like how he says that right after I got like changed right in front of him.
Like, oh, we don't have to talk to that guy? Fuck these rags.
Throw him on the ground.
Yeah, throw him on the ground.
Yeah.
He's just referencing the song.
Thancred has finally arrived. I'm happy if you could share your latest findings. You mean to tell me that while we were wearing Sekira and Papilima were here all along? Well, Y'shtola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Malja. For all we know, they could be preparing someone Ifrit as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Hello? And they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on the stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtains shall raise, and the drama of which I am author, Gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance to cease, for never shall we know its like again. It'd be really funny if there's like, he turned around and there's someone there listening to him. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
Someone could so easily remake that scene in Source, and there's just some guy sitting on a box in the background, like
eating a sandwich
half in his mouth, like eyes just shifting with the one eyebrow raising up, like,
Primary common than you think? Yeah, I mean, like, everyone does their fucking monologues behind a box, but like, still kind of out in the open. You know what I mean, Yolanda?
Say that again?
Everyone does their monologues like behind a box, but still kind of out in the open. Like, right there, he was just behind the crystal. There could have definitely been people around. I confess, I expected a warmer greeting, but must not jump to conclusions. Not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. Oh, there's gonna be a bunch of cutscenes after this. Should I get a sandwich first? Oh, whatever.
What an interesting theory.
Did you say, what an interesting theory, after I said I want to get a sandwich?
What? No.
Technically, yes.
So that's kind of yes.
I am lost.
Go get food.
Grab a sandwich. Play an ad right now, and then should be good for. Everything should take an hour, right? I just dropped my water.
How could you? That thing had feelings. You just threw it on the ground. Holy shit, that did a lot of damage. Oh, you bitch! Why would you Super Bowl like that?
But that's just a theory. A sandwich theory. Hello?
Hi, hi.
I have a sandwich.
So, I sent you that picture.
Uh-huh.
That's the guy that we saved around level 27. I would have put it in the Final Fantasy channel, but the block was like, whoa, or the bot was like, whoa. This looks like you're posting porn, dude.
What? How have you gotten quieter?
What? Oh, that guy. I remember that guy.
Yeah, I thought the Wood Viper Serpent dudes, whatever the army of Gridania is, was like had a problem with them. But they're just refugees in Quarry Mill, and
this isn't right.
One guy
The
was
Mulder
like,
would never
I'm
leave
gonna
this place so
sacrifice
poorly
myself
guarded.
to save my buddies, and the rest of them were like, he did what? Go help him, please.
Oh,
not willingly, no.
What was that? What's happening? Oh. The Warriors of Darkness are already here.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
Dude, we beat you last time. You can't say that.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
You know, he's probably right
One
there.
life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
He's a bit unhinged, isn't he?
He's got a big bloody axe.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Whoa! Jesus.
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Alize is not having a good time, is she?
Did I not tell
really.
you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was.
Even if she's gonna have an up here, she's been kind of
My
thrown
brother
around.
was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Hello. Oh. That's pretty cool.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
I thought we were gonna fight some beastmen, but I guess not.
The red mage. The cooler red mage.
Actually, that's the healer over there. Wait, what's that
You
thing
shall fall soon
he's
enough.
got?
There's no escape!
The echo?
No more games!
Oh, what the fuck?
It ends now. What?
The fuck?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
So,
You sweet
so is this
fool.
a
I was
this is
almost
a
willing to
triple
believe you
cross?
turned against us. I expect a full explanation
How
when
would
this
it
is
be
over.
triple?
For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Or I guess not. It's just he was like
Thou
pretending,
mayest,
I
my
guess.
He was a double agent. So, he was betraying us to them, but in the end, he betrayed them to us.
By thy leave.
And he's like, gotcha, that was the plan the whole time. Idiots.
I was kind of
Even
suspecting
odds,
it when
No matter.
he was basically telling them everything
We'll
they were
crush the
doing,
lot of you
and they
in
didn't
one
seem to
fell
know.
swoop.
Right?
Yeah.
Understood.
And you're lucky you're doing
Hearken
this
to
as a
me. We
DPS.
only have one chance.
Was this hard as a healer? Or a
Channel your
tank?
ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell.
I did
I
this.
cannot do it alone, but
I'll
together,
say it once the
together
talking is
we
done.
can defeat them. Make ready! They come!
So, I did this as Astrologian.
How am I supposed to channel ether?
I must have more ether.
I'll just sit in a circle. Or
hexagon.
You click on how to save, but the boy's not letting you.
I did this as Astro. And failed like 3 times before I was like, fuck this, and then got on Black Mage and finished it in a third of the time that it took me to fail it as
how? I'm trying to give you Aether! Oh my god.
You need to basically go between giving her Aether and killing her. It's kind of weird. Not super clear. I spent 5 minutes just killing them. And I was like, why are they charging it faster than me? I'm kicking ass here.
Hello?
Right click.
I think it just might be on cooldown. Can't give her Aether yet. Oh, until she's like, hurry, give me your Aether. Or not. I'd kill another.
Come on! Oh my god. Can I just beat the other guy up? I'm clicking. It's not doing anything.
Blade of light in front of her.
Oh!
There's a text.
There's an invisible thing here.
The ether! Ugh, it's not enough!
That's not at all confusing, Euland.
I have different colors for things, so I guess I never missed that. Oh, I see that I'm at 200% now.
I can feel it! Just a little more!
I couldn't see it because I'm at 160 feet. And it disappeared in the
I'll crush you!
artifacting.
Courage, friends.
Alright.
'Tis done! With this blade, I banish the darkness!
9999?
Not like this.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
I mean, even when we considered it, we don't even fucking know how.
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never
Yonche is
aspired
like looking
to
at
be
him like,
warriors of
yeah,
light.
I already knew this. They probably already monologued
Word of our
about it.
deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
It would probably be really awkward if you were a default Dan here, Yoland.
If you were a what?
If you were like...
It looked like him.
I've died before, Arbit. I'm not afraid to die
Would
again.
it be awkward or canon?
I don't know. It'd probably look really awkward, though. Either way.
Maybe. But that little speech
No
of
matter how many times we fall,
WODs right
rise
there
and carry
sticks
on the
with you.
fight for those we left behind.
to have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
Am I following them? Is that what's happening? Or... Okay.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour, we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the mother,
huge.
with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Well, at least they get to see her too.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
Bye.
Tis a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
I guess that's implying she'll return at some point if she figures out how to do over there. Or I mean, I guess that's what she said. That's just what she said.
What in?
Yeah?
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lamini, for everything.
Oh. I guess what happened there is Urianger arranged it so that we would all use like our crystals at the same time and be taken like before Heidelin so that she would get that she could use the power of all of the crystals to manifest Minfilia again to go and try to help their world, right?
Sounds about right.
And what
One more time?
the warrior?
It is a very complicated situation that I don't fully understand. I don't know if anyone does. So your summary of it's like, yeah, that's what I think happened.
What did say it again? Sorry.
Oof. Urianger orchestrated it so that we would all use our crystals at the same time to be brought before Heidelin, and with all the crystals gathered there, Heidelin was able to manifest Minfilia to go and try to take care of the Warrior of Darkness's world. And I think the Warrior of Darkness was like mad because Heidelin didn't do anything before, but it seemed to be because she's been stretched really thin, right? And because we brought that power to her, she was able to do this now, I suppose. It's still like curious to me, right? Though that their world is consumed by light, right?
Yes.
And it seems here we don't really have that problem. It seems like we're kind of like on the back foot constantly, even if we can like win. We're kind of pulling there. We're kind of like pulling this out, like on a nearly empty tank each time, right?
Interesting thing to think about. They do explain that very in depth later on.
So I'm like,
so you think that the crystal is relatively right?
And so
Sorry. Go ahead.
And so, like, it's just really curious to me. Because Heidelin is, like, I mean, I guess I assumed that Heidelin, like, was the light, right? But I guess that's not really the case.
What an interesting theory.
Because if she was the light, that wouldn't have happened. Because I doubt Heidelin wanted to, like, drown out their world with light, right?
Unless it was, and she's like, no, that's not what I wanted to happen at all. Trust me again. And they're like, okay, we'll trust you. And then she's like biting her thumb, like, oh my god, they're fucking trusting me again, these idiots.
I mean, Heidelin could just be a fucking master manipulator, I guess. But from what we know right now, that seems very odd. And and of course, it seems like we'll have to use, like, it seems like they're implying we're gonna have to use, like, the darkness in the future.
Yeah, so what is one of the expansions called?
I know. It's Shadowbringers. And they even call you, like, become the warrior of darkness in that trailer or whatever, right?
What? You've seen the trailer?
Well, you've shown it to me, I'm pretty sure.
No way.
Yeah, so basically it was why Minfilia disappeared in the first place was to give Heidelin any ability to speak. Because from our dealing with Belsar, she was literally weakened to the point where she basically had to go into hibernation.
Yeah.
But at the Red Wedding, he had finally accumulated enough power to at least call Minfilia, and from there she essentially used Minfilia's entire essence as a conduit and siphon. But because it was just one person, it was still severely limited what she could do. But upon using essentially 8,
You don't need to count them.
14 Warrior of Light crystals, which are kind of like superchargers.
I don't,
in terms of Aether.
I think I get the gist of it full.
Yeah. We basically juiced up Heidelin.
That feels like exactly what I said earlier.
She was saying stop.
Oh.
So it sounded like, at the end of that, it seemed like they were, like, it seemed like they were being grave, like they were ready to die, but then they, like, asked her to, like, oh, take us back to our world. So I'm not super sure what happened in there. But maybe I was reading it.
We gonna find out in 2 years.
But I guess there was a bunch to interpret there. I wonder if we're gonna take a field trip to go over there sometime.
We do know what they were about to do, though.
What?
We do know what they were about to do.
What? That's why. What?
The reason they asked for a ride back was because the crystals that they're going to use to do what they're going to do was eaten by Heidelin, so they now no longer had the ability to do it.
Yeah, but like they still all were like, they looked. It still looked very grave. Like, we have nothing left to do here. So it seemed like it almost felt like they were like giving up or something, but then that doesn't seem to be what happened.
I mean, if you think about it, from what was said, their bodies are dead in their world.
Yes, I know that. So, but that's still like, she's taking them back, but what happens when they get back, I don't know. And it sounds like we shouldn't talk about it anymore. What the fuck is the description for wind-up Moonbreeder? Destined to die a hero and live on as a mechanized servitor.
I mean, she died a hero.
The crystals. Oh, we're not gonna clear out the... We're not gonna clear out the crystals. Sangrid's gonna clear them out. When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness in the Ascian in white at the Great Library, I tried not thinking the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. I cannot deny the part of me that fear that you simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. Even knowing what came of your actions, I find I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Alright. We're gonna go look for Yada. Wait, are we gonna look for Yada and Papalima or... Okay, yeah. But yeah, I'm curious because like a whole like mirror world kind of being teased and stuff, and it'd be strange not to go visit, right?
Not just one, but 13 mirror worlds.
Yeah, so many.
Although 8
Only 6 are left.
8 have poofed.
Yeah. Team Griffin's double is telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing to resemble a sizable cache. Crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Wait. I'm wondering. The light... If it wasn't like Heidelin that was just consuming their world with light, I would assume that there would be another entity that was doing that. Like, actively using the light to consume their world. Obviously, you guys can't say anything, but I'm just thinking out loud.
What
You
an
can say
interesting
something.
theory.
What an interesting theory.
Oh my fucking god. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. I don't know what it... It's just I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Yada. Even now I struggle to comprehend what she saw. The only thing I can say with certainty is that I feel blessed to have even been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe that it is past time Yada and I rejoin the Scions. We've been away for far too long. While I'm loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. And I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you've faced in our absence. Wait, are we just leaving the Griffin to do, like, whatever the fuck here?
What would you do?
I don't know, it just seems like we're gonna have to come back here later.
I mean, definitely. But he immediately knows the Scions and the Warrior of Light are sniffing around, so...
He might not do too much at the moment.
He's gonna lay low, and especially with us, keep us at arm's length.
Yada? Yada! We're all gonna be praised. It is you. Yada, alive and standing here before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. My eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long as you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the Resolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways, but the resistance were always welcome little Alamigo. They gave us help, and young Yira most of all. Yira here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for our mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, and nary looking nary a day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worried. That's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here. The Scions. Oh, sorry, we were still the circle of knowing back then, and right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff all at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. That's a lot of fucking words there she's just spitting out. She seems very flustered. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Oh, bye! Pray forgive her. It's been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let's return to the Rising Stones. Why does it play this spooky music? Hells take me for giving you that mask. Oh, I guess that's... Is that why she wears the mask?
What an interesting theory.
Not that you said a theory.
You didn't say a word, Holly. I know. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Aww. Welcome home, Holly. I trust your journey was uneventful. You'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. You know, Eula, it's great knowing that someone else can take care of the random shit. And, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we hired a bunch of adventurers just to do all the small, tedious work. Ori Boulder, represent. And the other guy always standing next to him, I guess.
Fucking rip that guy.
Wow.
I don't remember his name.
What's his name for? That's what I thought.
Can't believe you.
Yeah. Sit down.
Back in the solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Yeah, that
Much
seems
has
better
changed
if
since
I
then.
wasn't fighting
We
people.
ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
Oh, is she going to be joining us formally then?
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Ah!
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
Oh wait, if the Warriors of Darkness aren't gonna be picking those eyes out of the abyss, it'll be the Ascians
And
then.
what will you do, Alizé?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
Aplomb?
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
I'm sure I'm gonna sit here for like 2 seconds, and we'll have another thing we definitely need to go do.
Definitely. This is the end of 3.4.
I see. Wherever the
This
quest
quest
ran.
like turning.
New adventure, what else?
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
So what even is the 7th dawn? Saturday or Sunday?
Depends, maybe the first day of the week is Wednesday.
Oh, fuck. Ochre Boulder?
Yeah, it's Hori's little brother.
Oh. It's kind of nice being back here.
Also, Hori's partner was Cole Tennant.
Glad to see everything's put back in their place, Sealand.
For the most part.
It'd be really funny.
It's pretty clear that like the signs of the 7th dawn are like stronger and better than they have ever been though. Because now they don't have a Princess Peach getting kidnapped left and right. That they have to go
Oh
save
my
her.
god. It'd be fun. You know what I was thinking just now, Eland?
What?
It'd be funny if, like, you know, like how when all the Crystal Braves were, like, mucking up the place? there's some of our like people that weren't betraying us that were like trying to play along, right? So they knock over like chairs and stuff, and then when like we come back here to like we come back here to like set everything back up, they're like personally go back and like reset up the stuff they knocked down.
Sadly, I think the ones that weren't in league from the beginning were stabbed in the back.
Yeah. Did Ilbert wait? Ilbert got away, didn't he?
Yes.
Even like that second time, the second time even. After we we saved the princess? Sultana. I was like, oh, there's a word here I can't think of. The lineups that they give us don't seem to like really all the time line up with the quests that we finish.
Sometimes they do. We got that one because it was a very like Urianger quest, and like those two were close.
One world's heroes are another world's villains.
Who's
One world's
this?
loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
Well, at least what's left of it.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
Do you think he like expected it like to be all repaired and succulent?
I don't think he expected that, but it really would be fun if he was like, it used to look a lot nicer than this. You sure you didn't sit on it?
for every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Oh, is he wandering off without her? Hold on, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle should be our greatest yet. I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. Do you think that he meant brother, or... Oh my fucking god. We have given them everything they desire, for all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your palms. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a survey of light or dark, a world bereft of your equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. Follow. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I now present you. God damn. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you were fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. I guess as a the resistance leader for the Alamigans, that does parallel, like, Nidhogg's, like, whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's the weird tack. So it's here all along. Hey, illusions. Oh, you... Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are gonna have so much fun.
He's back.
Oh, it's the dude. Nero.
It's a dude whose whole personality is "fuck you, Zid."
It's not his whole personality.
His other personality trait is, I'll be back.
No.
Fuck you, Zid.
Fuck you, Zid. I'll be back.
Oh my god.
He has 0 other characteristics and traits. There isn't a single dialogue with him where he doesn't mention Sid.
Well, even in ARR, huh?
Yeah.
He's just talking about Sid.
There's plenty of dialogues where it doesn't talk about Sid.
Yeah.
Like when he's spying on you with Liva.
We all know it's the spite eat Sid. So is this? You said this is a good spot to end here?
This is a good spot to end. If you're raring to go, by all means, keep going.
Oh, it's 12:30.
You are not going to finish this chapter tonight.
So, am I close to finishing Heavensward then?
Yes. You only have about 10 more quests.
So what?
Now,
would that be like two streams or something?
Wait.
If you go fast,
did she just do 3.4?
I think so.
She could do 3.5.
It's 12:30. Yulin, is your VR fixed yet?
I haven't tried it today.
Okay.
I've been scared too.
Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yes. I actually went through all of today thinking it was Thursday.
So we're probably doing another Final Fantasy tomorrow.
Fog.
If we don't finish Heavensward tomorrow, I might also do Saturday, because the week after is non-spooky week.
Great. So you're gonna do the Halloween stuff on Final Fantasy then?
What
Halloween
even
stuff takes
is
like 20 minutes.
What even is the Halloween stuff?
You go to Gridania, and there's a small quest line there, and
It's like a 20-minute jaunt, maybe.
I see.
Yes. You unlock an emote.
And a mad scientist outfit.
Nobody's gonna wear that outfit.
What do you mean it's
I've
great?
already run into people wearing the outfit.
Oh, it's so ugly.
I'm a scholar.
Special instances? What are you talking about, Veritas?
So
yeah.
there is a part of the Halloween event takes you to like a special instance where there's an NPC that can put any like costume on you of like any notable NPC from any expansion. Which means if you're not caught up with the story,
Oh,
you
I could
don't
get
want to be there.
Oh, you could get fucking spoiled and stuff.
Yes.
I see. I was like, what happens in this special instance?
Like anyone up through Endwalker?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, I guess there was no dungeons today, huh?
Nope. There's a big one next stream.
Okay, cool. Kinda want another sandwich.
Ugh. You and GD ended at the same time.
Bye.